So there is heavy rains that happened, and they did that to the ceiling. I do have a mind of just like getting that piece, all getting the ceiling redone, because I'm allowed to do that. But if we get those heavy rains again, it's gonna seep through and it's gonna make the ceiling like that again. It's gonna damage the ceiling again. But now the ceiling is dry. It's not getting worse. It's not getting better. And I can't fix the roof exactly because that's where the problem is. It would be a serious thing. You have to find where the water sipped first of all, and if you don't have those heavy rains, you're not gonna see where it sipped. So I'm just gonna let it be. I'm used to it now. It bothered me at first, but now I'm used to it. So we're just gonna leave it. Anyway, welcome to Let's Save on a Teacher's Salary. My name is Asanda, and I've been permanently employed in the Eastern Cape as an educator since May 2023 at the age of 34, going on 35, and now I am 36. So if you're wondering what this is the sun through my window. I'm literally looking at it. It's like blinding me. That's why I moved. Because if I sit like this and I'm looking directly at the sun, it's blinding me. So that's why I sit like this. So we're going to change the angle so that I can be comfortable. I just wanted to show you my ceiling. Yeah. Other than the ceiling, I love this angle. Well, I can't. The sun. I love this angle. I love this. This looks so much nicer on this angle. So yeah, just to see, this is my arm stretched out. So this is my bed. And then the table where I do my marking. And mostly I do my marking, or when I'm watching Netflix on my laptop and I don't want to watch it in my bed, I do it here. So I'm just gonna show you like how far the fridge is. I'm still on the table. This is what they call back rooms. You're like, oh my god, you're struggling, you're living in a back room. I'm worth what now? A net worth of what? 250,000. Anyway, we're gonna look at that right now. So, and I live here, my humble abode. You really have to stop measuring your success and measuring your worth and measuring what you prefer in life based on other people's eyes, and mostly what I call city girl standards. Come on now. If you're like me, when you walk out of your place and you go to work, you deal with dust. You don't need no city girl setting standards for you, honey. Oh my god, I would love to buy a car though. I was looking at West Bank calculators and I was like, seems like I can't afford one. The reason is because I want to pay my car off in 2 years, and I'm like, okay, what if I put 100,000 rand deposit? And it's like, well, you'll have to pay like 8,000 rand a month for years, 2 years. I'm like, yo, it's too much. Okay, let's consolidate my work. First, let me move. All right, so now that the window is behind us, let's talk. We are making goals for next year, but first let's look at what we've been through, saving and all that stuff previously, and what is going to be the plan for the next 3 months, and then goals next year. So let's start here, looking back. Okay, so what we did was we went through the baby steps 1, 2, 3, and we did those. I did not follow the baby steps properly, and I know Dave Ramsey would just be like, at me. That's fine. Okay, I live on the other side of the world, so it's fine. I decided his baby steps were just, the amount was just too small for me, because I felt like I wanted more. Okay, the baby steps were not giving me more, so I just hyped the money. I did exactly what he said from baby step 1, 2, 3, but I changed the amounts. That's what I did. So baby step 1 from Dave Ramsey says save $1,000. I'm just gonna convert $1,000 for you. $1,000 is 17,500 rand. So he says save 17,500 rand. Now 17,500 rand is a decent amount of money. It will not save you in major emergency, but it's a lot of money. Okay, so if we did that, I would have had like 17 or 18,000 rand last year. Remember, this was last year. It feels like it was a long time ago because of the amounts that I did, but this was last year. But I didn't do that. So I did 100,000 rand. Just gonna give you that in dollars. So instead of 1,000, I went for $5,700. That's what I saved as my emergency fund. It's baby step 1, and then I went to baby step 2. Amazing stuff. I then paid off my student loan, which was $1,944 or 40 to 43,000 rand. I can't remember. So I paid that off. There was also other items that I paid, like a 16,000 rand blanket. I paid it off I was paying every single month. But what I did with my student loan is I didn't do a monthly payment. I would just keep throwing money at it at any time. And I think I made like 4 to 5 payments and finished it. So that was my student loan. And then we were able to move on to baby step 3. Now, baby step 3, I was like, since I saved 100,000 rand for baby step 1 and baby step 3 is topping up the emergency fund, I said, let's just double it. Now I'm wondering if I should have tripled it. Okay, fine. I said, let's double it. And then I did. So I ended up saving 200,000 in total, including baby step 1. Okay, so I ended up with 200,000 in my emergency fund, which is $11,500, give or take. So let's just say $11,000. So this was $11,000. I still have it. I haven't touched it unless we have a major incident, accident, whatever. I'm not going to touch this money. This money is just there. Okay, it's not. I'm not saving it in one spot. I'm saving it in different spots. So at different places. It's like I scattered it. Okay, I scattered it. Some is easily available, but those that's easily available. It's like a 10,000, 2,000. The rest is out there in the world. It'd probably be very difficult for me to turn it into money, but yeah, it's mine. Eventually I would get it. So one of the ways that I did to save my emergency fund is the Stash app. So Stash app, I have like 10,300 right now. It's above 10,000 because I've put some money now in the top 40 shares. So that is where a part of my emergency fund is. The 10,000 is there on the Stash app, Liberty Stash app. I live by that app. Ooh, I live by it. Easy to access, convenient. If they have any troubles, they let you know. There's no other things going on, it's just simple, straightforward. Yeah, so that was baby step 3. And then instead of going to baby step 4, I took a detour and did baby step 3B, as Rachel Cruz calls it. So Rachel Cruz is it she Cruz? Oh, I don't know if I'm saying her surname correctly or is saying the correct surname, but she is Dave Ramsey's daughter. So if you're looking for somebody who does baby steps, who talks about baby steps, who talks about saving, but is not as harsh or not as rough on the edges as Dave Ramsey, Rachel Cruz would be a better option for you. I prefer Dave Ramsey. I don't want anybody sugarcoating anything. for me, because as you can see, I'm not playing. Talk about what is baby step 3B. Baby step 3B is saving for a house. Now I don't really have any plans in the near future to buy a house or to build a house. So what I decided was to sneak in something that I want to do, which is to renovate my parents' house. So I'm sneaking it in here on baby step 3B, where I'm going to save 75,000 rand. I've already started saving, and I have saved so far 36,000 rand. So I'm just gonna check what is 36,000 rand in dollars. This is in real time, so that'll be $2,000. So far I've saved $2,000, and I'm still I'm 34,000, so I'm halfway, just about halfway to my goal of 75,000. I need to save, no, I need to save, okay, let me use a calculator and not guess, because I need the stuff to be accurate now. 75,000 minus 36,000. Okay, so I'm 39,000 rand away from my goal. So that is what is missing, 39,000 rand, and then I'll be done with baby step 3B. So the plan, so now we're going to get to 3 months. So the past is done now, so we're going to go to the next 3 months, which is October, November, December. So these 3 payments that I'm going to get, I need to pull 49,000 rand from them and put into my baby step 3B, because next year I don't want to be talking about these things. Like, I want to be on baby step 4, 5, 6. I want to be planning on other things. Okay, so I am going to put in 15,000 this month on the dot, and then I'm going to do that for the next 3 months. So times 3. I'm also going to be able to make up for, since that's going to be 45,000. 15 times 3, let's just double check. Yes, that's 45,000. So which means I'll be 4,000 rand short. That's fine. I have extra classes. I'm actually going to get 3,000 rand from extra classes, and I don't know how much money I'm going to get from the ones that are here. So that's all going to pay off. It's I think it's about 5,000 to 6,000 rand that I'm going to get. So I'm not worried about making up the rest, because it's going to come from my extra classes. So 15,000 rand from each month. Now remember, I earn 21,000. So pulling 15,000 is going to be hard for 3 months, but I can do it. So I'll have to make do with 6,000 rand each and every month. So we're going to see what we're going to do. Okay, we're going to do this 15,000 rand every month going there, because I do not want to deal with any of this stuff by the end of this year. Why am I squeezing myself so thin? Okay. Next year, my plan next year, from January to December, which is 12 months, I want to save a deposit for a car, and that is going to be 10,000 rand times 12, and that will be 120,000. So by December next year, I want to have 120,000 rand available so that I can buy a car. 2026, I want to be driving my nice, fancy, fresh car. So let's do this. Another thing that I want to do is I want to change the way I eat. I want to make more food. I want to buy groceries. I want to do all those stuff. So that's going to be on a monthly, weekly basis. So we're going to see what we're doing with that. So that's going to be a January thing. So I guess I have a New Year's resolution, you know, save for a car, a deposit for a car, and, you know, change my diet. That's gonna be the hard one. It's gonna be easier to save for a deposit for a car than it is going to be to change my diet. I eat a lot of junk food. I don't cook. It's gonna be really, really tough. But you know, we're just gonna keep trying until we're able to do it. So that's my plan for the end of this year and next year. One more thing, I want to go somewhere. It doesn't have to be somewhere fancy or somewhere with activities. I just want to go somewhere where there's a resort or a hotel, like a five-star hotel or a good resort. And I'm thinking of spending maybe around 5 to 10,000 rand. So I'm just gonna have to figure out where that money is gonna come from. I might do this around the end of the year, or I might do it at the beginning of next year, just before I come back for schools. We're gonna see. So my budget is going to be 10,000 rand because I'm looking at spending between 5 to 10,000. So we're gonna have to edit somewhere, find somewhere. We'll talk about it. We'll look at the places I want to go to, and we'll see. Okay, so that is for now the end of it, and we'll talk about the update maybe in about a week when it comes to this, because I wanted to simmer in my head. I hadn't really thought it through, so I want it all to simmer in my head. You know, the deposit, do I want to save less, do I save more, and the cost of the car. Remember, the car that I want is not even sold in South Africa, so I don't even know. Maybe next year they'll bring it, and then I might have to like rush saving my say, like, go and buy it anyway without a deposit. We will see next year. If they don't have this car next year, I'm just gonna go ahead and buy a Starlet Cross. I don't want a Starlet Cross. I want a Yaris Cross. But yeah, we're gonna save 120,000 rand for a deposit for a Yaris Cross, because I have this thing that, you know, since they brought the Starlet Cross this year, I have a suspicion that next year they're gonna drop the Yaris Cross. I'm hoping. Okay, I don't know. We'll see. Bye.